What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and tonight we're going to be talking about some new edition updates for Black Ops 6, shocking news for Xbox players, plus even more. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, drop a like, and earlier today I did post a full breakdown of the Week 7 aftermarket part update for MW3. We essentially got the Bloodhound pistol from BO3 Shadows of Evil in the form of a amp for the Basilisk here inside of MW3. Check out the video with the link down below, but in the background, got some gameplay of the beautiful Get Higher 6v6 experience, which just went live as of today and will likely be live until the very end of Season 4. I'm actually a really big fan of this. It's essentially the castle from the very end of the parkour map turned into a space for PvP. Had a blast playing it on stream. We'll be grinding it as much as possible before the end of the current season. But with that, also got plenty of brand new article coverage going up on detonated.com for those that want to stay up to date with all things Call of Duty. Got plenty of coverage for the end of Season 4, the build up to Season 5, and of course a lot when it comes to Black Ops 6. So first off, I want to mention an unexpected update from Control Freak. They actually went ahead and released last night the new Deadshot Daiquiri Collector's Can case. Cost about $30, but you can use code Dynamite to save 10% off any order on Control Freak. These are going to be available for what I believe is a limited time. They're probably going to sell out pretty quickly, but these are awesome. I mean, I'm surprised they're releasing these now and they're not going to save them for, let's say, the launch to like Black Ops 6 zombies. They'll probably have other thumbsticks at around that time when the game comes out, but these look fantastic. They're kind of a must-have for any hardcore zombies fan, and the link to buy them is going to be down below in this video's description. Control Freak has been killing it every single year with these Call of Duty themed thumbsticks, especially when it comes to some collector's editions for zombies fans. But with that, around, I want to say a month ago, I posted a video talking about, at least in my opinion, what I think is the best edition of Black Ops 6, which one you should buy, and exactly why. We went over the Game Pass tiers and all the editions of BO6 thus far. So in case you guys weren't familiar, the Vault Edition does give you 4 operator skins, about 5-ish Mastercrafts, the Black Cell Season 1 Battle Pass, and of course a Gobblegum pack that has yet to be revealed. I'll probably talk more about that when Zombies does get fully unveiled at like COD Next or something. And you're also going to get those 3 wood skins, right? You unlock the challenges you can do in MW3 right now, and those challenges will expire once Black Ops 6 releases. It's unclear if there'll be any other way to get those skins once the game comes out, or if they'll just be exclusive to pre-ordering the game. But the Vault Edition is going to cost around $100 depending on your currency, whereas the Standard Edition will be about $70. It'll give you just the base game, early beta access of course, and those pre-order wood skins. So yeah, those are the 2 main editions of BO6. With that though, there is an exclusive Steelbook case for the game that'll be sold only at GameStop. The case itself looks really damn sweet. I actually got reminded by my chat the other day that Black Ops Cold War is the only game, at least in recent years, to not have a Steelbook case. We got an in-depth look at the spine, the outside, and even the inside of the case from GameStop. Got a nice little overview video from their website. Super neat, very clean artwork, and as you can see, there's a lot of mentions of Project Janus inside of the Steelbook itself. I'm gonna make a full Zombies video talking all about this really soon, probably by tomorrow. And I know they've done some Zombies artwork for past Black Ops Steelbooks, which didn't really mean all that much for the rest of the game or other game modes, but Project Janus has been seen quite a bit across a lot of the marketing for this game, so maybe it will actually impact some of the narrative of campaign or even some multiplayer. Now, unfortunately, there isn't going to be a physical collector's edition for Black Ops 6. This is the closest to that. There is the possibility that we end up getting like a collector's box at Walmart that comes with a couple of cosmetics or some goodies, something along those lines like we saw for MW3, but not an official big collector's edition that costs like $150 from GameStop or other retailers. Hopefully we get that again one day, but maybe Activision doesn't have any interest in bringing that system back into the mix. The last collector's edition was of course for MW 2019. And if you guys out there are a fan of just getting physical copies of your game, then a Steelbook's probably a must-have, or if you just want to collect the Steelbook without a disc, then you can still probably find a way to pick one up either on eBay or somebody's going to resell them somewhere. I'm sure that'll be the case. But when it comes to Xbox Game Pass, here's some pretty surprising news. So first and foremost, apparently according to Insider Gaming, Modern Warfare 3 is going to become available on Game Pass later this month. Now considering that Season 5 marketing is about a week away and the launch of the DLC is 2 weeks away, they'll probably end up saving that integration for the 5th season. Could be wrong on that, but that's pretty shocking, right? I figured they would wait at least until BO6 comes out to throw MW3 on Game Pass. Not sure why they're doing it now, or if any other CODs will also join MW3 in the next couple of weeks. We'll circle back to older CODs later in this video, but this is great for those out there that have been noticing how much amazing multiplayer content MW3 has gotten, such as Get High, but maybe you don't own the game, you only play Warzone, but hey, maybe you got a couple of bucks to spare for a Game Pass subscription. You can go ahead and play MW3 so long as you're subscribed to Xbox Game Pass. So that's going to be a pretty impactful change for the MW3 community. Should see a big influx of players in in the next month or whatnot, but here's what I was getting at, right, and how this is related to Black Ops 6. So something that I thought wasn't going to happen for another couple of months, which is a price increase to Game Pass, ended up getting announced as of a day and a half ago. So every tier seems to be going up by a couple of bucks. So Game Pass Core gives you access to online, so it's like Xbox Live, and you'll get select back catalog games. That's going to cost $10 a month or $75 a year. That's going to be important for a topic I want to get into later in this video, but PC Game Pass will now cost $12 monthly and will give you access to new games day one. We then have the Game Pass Standard tier, which will give you access to online, a back catalog of games, no new games for day one, and that'll cost $15 monthly. But it looks like the Game Pass console tier is no longer going to be available for new subscribers, which is pretty crazy. But then lastly, Game Pass Ultimate. It'll give you access to online or Xbox Live, new games day one, a back catalog of games, and EA Play. That'll cost $20 monthly. So obviously the prices will be a little bit different depending on the region that you're in. A full chart was posted of all the prices. I'll leave that linked down below, and I'll probably update the detonated article with that information for those that are interested. But with all of those tiers in mind, and in terms of whether or not it's worth maybe only playing Black Ops 6 while being subscribed to Xbox Game Pass, here's the breakdown, right? It'll cost $20 monthly on Game Pass Ultimate to play BO6, or $240 yearly to play BO6, whereas on PC it'll be about $12 a month or $144 yearly. So after around 3 to 4 months, you might as well own Black Ops 6 at that point, especially if you're a full-time Call of Duty player. If you're somebody out there on Xbox or PC and you don't play any other game but Call of Duty, there really is no incentive to being subscribed to Game Pass just for Black Ops 6. It is, however, fully incentivized if you play lots of other games and you explore the library of Xbox Game Pass deals. Then at that point, okay, maybe it won't hurt to just be subbed to Game Pass because you're going to be playing other games anyway, and BO6 just comes with it. In that case, that'll be worth it. But just how I said in my Which Edition video that I'll leave down below, it doesn't make sense at all to rely on Game Pass just to play Black Ops 6, since you'll be paying a lot more money for the game than if you just bought it right out, right? If you just buy the game for 70 or 100 bucks, depending on your currency, that'll make more sense financially than just being subbed to Game Pass for a year straight to play this new Call of Duty. Now, I'm not saying that to discourage players from being subbed to Game Pass. I'm just saying if you're a person like myself who really isn't going to play any other games as a part of the Xbox library, then you might as well just buy Black Ops 6. But I can totally get it. If you're going to sub to Game Pass temporarily while you save up for a full copy of BO6, depending on your financial situation, it's totally up to you with how you want to do it. But there is a big point of discussion here that I want to bring up a lot more on the podcast this Friday. But what about older Call of Duty titles? So if, let's say, they add in a bunch of old COD titles by the end of this year before BO6 comes out, would it also make sense to just stay subbed to Game Pass for the sake of Call of Duty? Now, that's the thing, right? What are the odds they're introducing a brand new tier or an update to an existing tier to bring out a back catalog of games? What are the odds of that, as they're also seemingly preparing to integrate a bunch of older Call of Duties with Xbox Game Pass? Clearly, that's probably what they're going to be leaning towards, and they're starting that with Modern Warfare 3 later this month. So I'd say it's very likely by the end of 2024 or early 2025, you end up seeing a lot of older Call of Duties added to the Game Pass library. Now, in terms of what that means for hackers and, rough lobbies and ping and other stability problems that might come with older COD titles, hopefully Microsoft continues improving all of those games to ensure a smooth integration. But it'll be great to revisit populated and hopefully non-hack lobbies of older COD games that you guys might not have access to anymore. So I will say this, if you're a full-time COD player that has no interest in any other game but Call of Duty, maybe it will eventually just become financially reasonable to just stay subbed to Game Pass full-time if you're playing more CODs than just Black Ops 6. But for now, it looks like just MW3 and Black Ops 6 are scheduled to release on Game Pass. Other COD titles are kind of TBD at this moment. It's unclear when those could be integrated or if it'll even make sense to integrate them at some point. If all the lobbies are hacked to crap, I don't actually know what's going to happen with those older games. I'm sure they won't fully resolve the hacking issues, but you can bet there will be a point in time when Microsoft does fully cash in and say, you know what, let's bring every Activision title to the Xbox Game Pass library. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave our thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on these new edition updates for Black Ops 6? How are you feeling about an Xbox Game Pass integration for MW3 and older Call of Duties to come? How do you feel about them essentially drip feeding a lot of older Activision properties onto Game Pass? Should they just release all of them kind of at once in bulk later this summer, or would you rather have them spaced out? Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.